Welcome to Barium Podcast, episode number 20. You're here with your host today, Bubba Rude, Eric Fulton, and Dale the Impaler. So, Mr. Eric, what did you have to do this week?
Are we going to do like hockey players that were number 20?
Hockey players that were number 20? Ooh.
It's a tough one.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not for many.
Oh.
Let's see.
What do you guys got? Do you know anybody?
I don't know any 20s off the top of my head.
Bubba, you got any?
Well, I'm working on it, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
No? Is everybody going to their phone right now going,
Yeah.
Oh, I've definitely got the phone.
I'm like, I don't know.
That's funny as shit.
All right, I got it now.
Lucky Luke wore it for a little bit, but that wasn't the number most
Robitaille?
people know him.
Oh, Ovechkin is 20.
No, he's number 8.
He's number 8, yeah.
Alex Ovechkin was primarily known for 8, but he wore 20 in 2005 and 2006 as his rookie year.
Oh, his rookie year was 20.
That's what it says.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Well, Gary
Gary
Suter, too. I forgot about him.
Yeah. Suter wore Jean Beliveau.
Jean Beliveau, yes.
Jean Beliveau.
There you go. I didn't. Yeah.
Yours was good, though. 20 rookie year. Ovi.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot.
Sebastian Aho, he wears 20.
Sebastian Aho does wear 20. But Dino Cicerelli
Oh, yeah.
wore a bunch of years. My Mr. Blake Coleman wears 20. Calgary Flames.
You know, Dale's the one here that should have known this one. Ryan Kessler.
Oh yeah.
Nobody likes that guy, though.
This is true.
You know, another victim of the great fans in Vancouver.
Pronger wore 20 for 3 seasons with Philly, too.
He was, what was his number? 44?
44 everywhere else, yeah.
Yeah. That guy's a fucking beast. Love him on the air.
Oh, he's so good.
He's absolutely breath of fresh air.
Him on there with, especially when he was with PK Subban and some of those other guys on the American networks. Just
How about
so good.
Another hated fucker, Mark Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
And Dave Hunter wore 1 year too in Pittsburgh.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, that's what this says. The internet's never wrong, is it?
No.
I don't know. Could be sometimes.
Rarely.
But no. Now they got that AI stuff. It's double checking not only.
Oh, we're missing a big one in New York. Chris Kreider.
Oh, Kreider, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 20.
Oh. Robert Lang. I don't know if you remember that guy. Pittsburgh, Washington, Detroit, Chicago, Montreal, Phoenix. Robert Lang. Martin Lapointe.
Oh, yeah, that little douchebag.
Dude.
He was kind of a little shithead on the ice, so.
Yeah, he's a fucker.
Gotta roll.
Those are the right kind of guys.
Yeah.
Martin Lapointe. Getting deep now.
All right. Well, anyway.
Oh, wait, we gotta give out one here. Riley Nash, just retired.
Oh, okay.
Journeyman in the NHL, Carolina, Boston, Columbus, Toronto, Arizona.
A little all over the place.
Tampa, Winnipeg. So, Riley Nash.
Just about every team except for Vancouver and Edmonton.
Well, it ain't that big a suitcase, but it's pretty big. So my week, Bubba.
Yeah, your week.
Pretty okay. Like I like to talk about men's night. Had who do we have for men's night? We got Ken Huntley back, our oldest, our senior member of our team. He's like 82.
Yeah.
Hammy and Link again, as always. Link got long drive.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I crushed it. Had to be, I would say, no less than 330. Put one out there. And Hammy's like, it's not there off the tee box. And Link's like, it's there. And I saw it bounce in front. I didn't know if it went out of bounds. Or not out of bounds, but it was in the rough. So obviously, if it's not in the rough, it doesn't count. So that was the only thing I was worried about. I saw it bounce just before. The whole way the internal optimist, Dwayne Hammond, was like, no, you don't got it. And Link raced up there. Sure enough, he was a good 10 yards ahead. Good
Nice.
12 yards inside the first cut. So you got the long drive. Team was only -2 again, and I was no help again. So it's 2 weeks in a row. I did not help my men's night team, but hopefully this week will be a different story. And then on the weekend, we had the annual Rib Fest with.
Oh, Rib Fest.
Yeah, Rib Fest this weekend. And they also put the music festival with it. It just sucks that it rained
Saturday.
the whole time. And they also had Mud Fest at
Oh,
the
yeah.
same weekend, which is big. They had Finger 11, which is, huge. Careful what you wish for in the meantime. Finger 11. And they also had a freaking folk concert or something like that out at Fort St. John. So they put all this shit together in one weekend. So you had to pick and choose where you wanted to go. And obviously, Rib Fest 8 minutes out my door. I took that one. Plus, I got to eat. So got there.
Found some good ribs, did you?
The ribs were great. Chicken was dry, which kind of sucked. I think we went to the wrong truck. We're in the lineup, and I'm with my daughter and her boyfriend. And I'm like, these people, and they're working hard. They're slinging food. They're talking. They're singing back there. I'm like, these are just like one level upgraded from carnies.
Oh God, they are carnies,
Aren't they? Because they all travel together. What a life, though. If you're like, 19 to 23 or 24, what a life. Just going to every different town,
Yep.
slinging a little bit of barbecue, and then just getting ripped every night and listening to good music. Not a
Yep.
bad job.
No, it would be the way to go. Everybody smells the same.
And I can't rip too bad on carnies. So, if you're one of the 7 listeners we have and you're a carny, my mom was a carny, and so was my biological dad. So, I grew up as a carny kid that was never in the carnival because they quit being carnies before I was born.
There you go.
There you go.
But that's it, Bubba. Other than that, just working away.
All right. Well, how about you, Dale? How was your week?
Well, I did a couple things. We had a visitor from the great city of Dawson Creek. Young lady came here to visit the kids. One that was always at my house all the time. So shout out to Maddie. Anyway, she was here for a week, so we went on Sunday. I said, "Well, do you guys want to go see?" Because what do young ladies do now, right? Life is about the Instagram picture, right? So there's a place called San Joseph Bay, North Island. It's not that. It's 4.5 hours from here. A lot of dirt road driving, so it makes it a bit farther. But it's a beautiful beach with really distinctive sort of sand and rocks and ocean and all that stuff. Faces west, so if you get sucked out to the ocean, you're going to end up in Japan. So that's what we did. Went up there for the day. Left at 6 in the morning. Took a whole day to do it. Spent about 4 hours on the beach and then drove back. It was fun. Good.
That's Maddie who works at Griffin's.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a beauty.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tall drink of water, though, eh?
Well, her and Ethne are the same height. Like 5. Well, she's an inch taller. She's 6 feet, I think. But just
that's for a gal. That's a tall drink of water.
Oh yeah. And Ethne's like 5'11", 5'10".
She's not 5'11". She's not taller than me. We've already gone through this.
Yes, she's 5'10".
Yes. I'm a towering half an inch taller than her, probably.
Yeah, I am also. She looks me right in the eyeballs when
You're taller than me, though.
I am just a hair taller than you because I'm just a little bit under 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
like an eighth of an inch or something.
I just look small because I'm a square.
Yeah, you're bigger. I'm working a round in the middle.
Bubba, you for the week, or are you good? Sorry, Dale, didn't mean to cut you.
No, that was my week. That was a big part of the week.
I've just been getting ready for the car show that's coming up this next weekend here in town, and helping with the background stuff for that. Just last bit of stuff to get ready before we kick that off on Friday. So,
put the car in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll have
the one my daughter got to go to graduation with.
Yeah, the Cornet. So.
The Cornet. It's a stunning vehicle.
Oh yeah, like the Cornet.
And I don't want to get into vehicles with you guys because I've said it before.
I know. Really good.
But it is a stunt. It's what kind of green would that be called, Bubba?
It's called Fire Mist Green.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's beautiful.
It's a light metallic green. It's pretty sweet.
Is that good? Is there flex in that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I saw. The flex.
Car show is one of my favorite weekends. I've always enjoyed it. I spend a whole day just walking around.
Yeah, well, Sunday there's usually 400 to 450 vehicles. So
Yeah, that's
Are they doing any burnouts or anything like that this year?
burnout contest is Saturday night again.
Yep.
Same as it has been the last couple. So that'll be down at the Ovintiv Center. So
What's the attraction to burnouts? Like, I get it. It's
don't know.
loud. It's loud, but like after you've seen one, how many do you got to see that you go ooh for?
I never understood it. I always looked at it as like, shit, someone just wasted a lot of tire.
Well, I looked at it this way. Remember, you used to go in your rubber boots in the mud, and you'd make the and you'd spin out as fast as you could, and you'd throw a little bit of mud. I looked at that, but you only did it like once or twice. You're like, okay, we're
Yeah.
good. But these guys will do fucking 25, 30 burnouts in a row. Like, what's the attraction, Bubba?
You got me. It's not really my cup of tea either, but
Oh, okay.
it's loud and there's lots of people there and the music's usually decent and yeah.
So it's more atmosphere type thing.
I think so.
Like I like the burnouts when a guy comes with his bike and goes into the bar and they open up the front doors like the saloon doors and he rips it in the bar and makes lots of noise and smoke and he bails out. But again, you only need to see it once.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I've never understood the mysteries of the burnout. It's just.
But there's dudes that lose their mind over it.
Oh my God! Yes, I know. I had a friend who had like kind of a beat up Volkswagen Bug.
Yeah.
And that guy would burn that thing out anytime he could. It just, I'm not gonna burn it out. Okay, sweet.
I had a little Toyota Corolla GT, I think it was a 4-speed, and that thing I'd melt the tires if I wanted to every time. It was a GT. But you do it a couple times, like yeah, that's cool, I guess. But you still got Hammy. Remember golfing? Were you there, Dale? When we were outside Innisfil, and you were in the truck.
Oh yeah.
And he
one of
fucking
his things.
peeled right out. Like, watch this, guys. He
Yeah,
just
that
hammered
is,
it.
there it is. Now we know. He's one of the burnout guy. That's
He's a burnout guy.
He's burnout guy. There's no doubt.
Love you, Hammy. Burnout guy.
yeah. Shut up, burnout guy.
I don't know if he listens, to be honest with you, so it's probably for the
I don't
best.
know. I don't think there's enough boobs in it for him.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hey, he's still my favorite guy to sit in a golf cart with, though.
Oh, for sure.
Like the shit that I hear from that guy just cracks me up, or the philosophical stuff, that he comes up with. He's just the guy I want to be in a golf cart with.
Okay.
I know sometimes he gets under your skin, Dale, which is it's.
Hey.
Inevitable.
He gets under a lot of people's skin, though, and he'll even tell.
Oh, he's the first guy to admit it, without a doubt.
Well, especially if he wants to get out.
He knows what he's doing.
If he wants to get under your skin, look up.
Yeah, I don't know.
If he's going full bore Hammy and he wants to get under your skin,
oh yeah,
I just sit back and watch because it's funny as hell to me.
There's a level of malice there.
Yes, there is. There's some of it for sure. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's the week, Bubba. What else we got today? It's hard because
you know what?
NHL's done.
Yep. So all we can talk about is the only thing that happened this week of any note at all was that the Edmonton Oilers and the Tampa Bay Lightning completed a trade for 2 former first-round picks. The Hobey Baker winner going to Edmonton, Isaac Howard, for Sam O'Reilly, the last pick in the first round last year from the Oilers.
And the Oilers are counting on that Howard is going to be NHL ready almost, right?
Well, that's what I think. I mean, the guy put up 1.5 points a game last season in college hockey, which means he should be ready to make the jump.
He's crazy. That's hard to do in that league.
Yeah. Yeah, point and a half a game is a big deal.
That is a big deal.
Especially in that, I mean, you're playing against, older opponents versus major junior, where you're playing against 17, 18-year-olds. Now you're playing against 19, 20, 21-year-olds.
Oh, that move the NCAA did to let that in, they're going to make so much money. Like, look at McKenna.
Yeah. Gavin
Right?
McKenna
So
signs for $700,000 for the season.
And that is
to go to Penn State.
Piss in the pot in Penn State.
Yeah.
They're one of the only teams that have a TV deal.
Yeah.
So no. And what's going to happen now is whatever, even like the first rounder, if he ain't going to make New York Islanders this year, then where do you go?
Yeah.
You go back to, he doesn't need to go back. And that's, even with Calgary, with Perek, I think he's past that, but
what do you mean by he doesn't need to go back? Where he'll just go back and play university then, or whatever?
Well, NCAA is it's gonna slow down in a certain sense, where most of the guys are 19 to 23.
Yeah.
But now that it's opened up, it's gonna have a lot of 18, 19-year-old kids in it, and I don't think the high end. It'll still be better, because once you're drafted and you're not over 19, you can't go to the AHL, so you have to go back to major junior. But McKenna's played major junior 2-3 years already.
Yeah, 2 years already.
Like, does he need to go back there and make 210 points? No, he's done. He needs to play
against bigger, stronger men.
Yeah. And what else do you get to do playing NCAA hockey? Monday through Thursday, you practice every day.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to school, you learn something.
Well, going to school is like, he gives no fucks. He's getting paid, like Bubba said, $700,000 just to go there.
Yeah.
So he's making 10 times his teacher's rate that he's gonna go fucking hang out with. It doesn't matter. But he's gonna be on the ice every day, and for as much as you want to be on. Plus, you're gonna get the off ice, the weights, that kind of shit. Where you can, and like Bubba said, you're gonna play against men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Young men, but still men, much better than the dub, the O, or the Q.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen is the dub, the O, and the Q. So CHL is going to be the major midget.
Yeah, essentially, that's
and
what it's going to.
That's what it's going to be. It is going to kill the USHL, because you're not taking high school kids unless they're phenoms, when you can take kids out of the O that are drafted already or going to be drafted, and they can play there till they're fucking whatever. So if you're a 19-year-old and you got drafted at 18 in the first round, you're still not, say you're a big skinny defenseman and you're still not ready yet. Well, you still got 3 more years to mature in this league.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go to the A and do the grind and, play against real men and get picked apart. You can still kind of develop with men, but in a safe space, so to speak.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. And I don't know that it's going to kill the USHL, because the USHL, the USHL though is essentially the same idea as the WHL and the.
No, it's not.
It's not at quite the same level, no. But that's what they're taking 18, 19, 20-year-olds, and then after a couple of seasons there, then they can go play in college hockey. And I mean,
I think it opening it up to the CHL in Canada is going to take minimum 4 to 5 spots away every year.
Absolutely,
because there'll be 19-year-olds that like I said, that were drafted the year before, who are they're not ready for the A, but they're still better than any USHL player coming up. They're 19. These guys are 17, and it's going to be hard for those USHL kids that are 17-year-olds, just like the AJHL, the BCJHL. It's going to kill that too. There's not going to be room for it. What it will do is those kids in the A or the AJHL like Makar will not stay in that league. They'll move up quicker.
Yeah.
And they'll go play in the dub, and it'll just dilute that junior hockey. because those kids now they can go to the dub, they can play a year in the dub, and then go to college hockey. Where before you'd have to stay in the AJHL till you're 18, 19, and then move up. So yeah, I think it's gonna hurt that tier 1 junior. It's gonna hurt the or tier 2 junior, and because it's just a bigger pond to fish in. Like but it'll be better because I think we'll get better players.
It'll create
that
more
don't get
opportunity
rushed.
for guys to not
Yeah,
get
that
rushed.
don't
Yeah.
that don't get rushed. Like
Or your late
we're
bloomers
gonna
even. Yeah.
yeah.
So you figure there'll be like a cadre of the 22, 23 player that will have a pretty high level of skill coming in to be rookie types in the NHL.
Yes.
It's just a place to develop people that like you said,
that are too
big
good to play
speed.
in the that are too good to continue playing in the CHL, but aren't quite ready, but aren't allowed to go to the American Hockey League.
Yeah, it's a good place to mature kids, is what it's going to
Yeah.
be. And I'm not saying differently, but that's what it'll be. It'll be a safe place to mature kids, and you'll have kids that they're drafted in a certain position, and they don't develop quite as quickly as you want to. Where there's a spot now where they're not playing with the animals in the A, where they can go play in NCAA and still play against men at a high level. But you're gonna, like I said, have all that practice time, all that gym time, and not kill their confidence, because nothing worse than going up to the next level and just getting abused. Where you could have a level where you can still be, a a player of significance. So I think it's
And still be
tons
challenged
of
at the same time.
yeah. I think there's tons of good things about it, but I think it will hurt the USJHL and it'll hurt Tier 2 Junior. But not that those guys are going anywhere for the most part, anyways. So
No, it'll just be a little bit of a shift, but it'll give opportunities for some of those guys that were going to play Junior A and stick around there for a couple of years to maybe move up and play into the CHL too. So
it like even when I played, so I played Tier 2 Junior, and if you're good enough, you're going to play wherever.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. But it's that arbitrary or that cuss kind of player. I think those ones are going to miss out.
Yeah.
But whatever. It'll just make hockey better, I think.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's just gonna make for a good fit in as far as it's really an area that's missing right now is that they're too good for the CHL. They're not old enough to go into the American Hockey League yet. Give them a good in between step there.
Yeah, like you said, it's good for maturity.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to do. It's gonna let kids mature a little easier. Because we all want things easy for our kids and stuff like that. But it makes sense.
And it's good, like you said, for a guy like Perek, maybe who's not got nothing left to prove in major junior, and maybe isn't quite ready for the NHL. And I mean, just using him as an example of somebody who's definitely right on that cusp, probably, where maybe it's a better solution for Calgary to send him to, college university instead of trying to keep him on the roster too.
Yeah, and I think that's a legit option. Like listening to the Calgary Flames thing, they're like, that's not an option. But to me, if you got a guy like Gavin McKenna, the first round pick this year, if he doesn't make New York, he doesn't need to go back. He'll play. I'm pretty sure he'll get maybe not McKenna money, but probably $400,000 to go play in Penn State.
Yeah.
Right? Which, Jesus Christ, you're fucking 18 years old and you're making $400,000.
Exactly.
Playing non-professional hockey.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. And it's going to hurt CHL too. It will.
It's going to sting the CHL a bit. Yeah. There's
for sure.
No question. And
well, McKenna's not going back there.
No.
That tells you right there. The biggest draw in hockey, other than anybody in the NHL, is not going back to the WHL. He's going back to the Tigers. He's done.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes for a big change of things. So.
And it is good because you go to a big market, like Medicine Hat is not a big market.
Nope.
and you go to Penn State, which hockey is not a big market, but Nittany Lions, like, come on.
Huge football team.
No, just their whole program's nuts. Like they've got equipment and facilities there that rival anything on the planet.
Yeah.
Not just the NHL, anything, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Foley, you had a little game
Yeah.
for us?
Yeah, I did. I got to put the disclaimer in. It was by me and my daughter, who is a 21-year-old university student who has liberal tendencies. Let's just put it that way. So I didn't make all these up, not just some old, male. I can't say white because I'm not exactly white. I'm off-brand. But I was telling her, like, give me some questions for would you rather? Because I watched some dumb freaking whatever it was, like 8 years ago movie, Would You Rather, and it was horrible. But I like the premise, and you see it on Family Guy all the time, and Would You Rather, that kind of shit. So I'll ask you guys these questions, and they're gonna start nice, and they might get a little progressively out of bounds, but we'll see how it goes. So, would you rather, Dale, pee ice or fart fire? Is Dale still with us?
He's got himself muted, apparently.
Oh, sorry, I was having a coughing fit earlier. Yeah,
You're doing what?
I had coughing.
Oh, I go pee and let that go, and you're worried about coughing?
Yeah, well, yeah, I am. Our listeners that are on there right now, they don't need to hear me hack up. But I would fart fire, 100%. I don't want to piss ice. That sounds terrible.
So have you had like what are they called? Kidney stone?
No, touch wood.
Well, that's why I thought maybe because you've been through that where people with kidney stones. I've seen grown men drop to the ground with tears in their eyes with kidney
Oh,
stones.
yeah, no, I have not.
Like
And
big tough men. So you'd rather have fire out your hoops. You'd rather have like a burnt hoop.
I think so. Yeah.
How's that any different from a really spicy Mexican meal?
Well, that's where I'm going with. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's actual fire. It's not just like really. It's not hot
Right.
sauce. Right? You've got a fireball coming out your anus.
Yeah, I'm fine
Isn't
with that.
that happens when you light one of your farts? Like everyone's trying to do that.
I don't know if everyone's trying to do it, but I've heard of it. Okay, Bubba, what you?
I'm with Dale.
Yeah.
I'll fart fire for sure. I don't want to have
Really?
to deal with kidney stone type scenario, piss and ice. So that just doesn't sound pleasant at all.
Not even a little.
Whereas at least Fireball's funny, if nothing else.
Yes, you're
Right.
going on aesthetics, which I agree with.
And there's
Okay.
always a time when you're out in the bush having a campfire, someone bring a light. Well, you got the butt fire.
But that's fire outside your asshole. That's not burning you. I'm talking about like from your innards. You have a fireball shoot up.
I don't want to pass on that.
You're gonna what?
There's no, that's like, is there a third option where I just,
No, that's it. That's what you get.
or
You got to look at Roseanne Barr in her face and be on top of her, or do a nice tight man in the bumhole without having to look at him.
I just don't. Okay, dog. Yeah. The daughter has a rock.
You'd go Tom Cruise doggy?
No, I don't know.
It's
I
there's
mean, you gotta give an answer, so that's fine. I'm going Roseanne Barr because she's a woman.
so you're staying with that, okay? Bubba, you?
Yeah.
Oh, fully it's tough, but I think I'm going to go with Dale here and take the Roseanne Barr. I mean, at the end of
You
the
don't
day,
want
it's
tight.
still the female.
You don't want Tom Cruise's tight back end. You don't have to look him in the face. You don't have to even
No.
see his.
No.
You don't have to see his dinger.
No.
No, you guys
I
are
mean,
both
at
going
the-
with
at
the
the-
sloppy woman in front. Okay, no, I like that.
At the end of the day, I'm just a straight white male, man. What can I tell you?
Yeah. Okay, so this is my daughter here on this one because we all have daughters.
Yeah.
Would you rather your daughter work as an OnlyFans but not successful, or a successful Vegas hooker?
Oh God.
They're both in the sex industry.
Yeah. I mean, I went first the last two. This is Bubba's turn.
All right, Bubba, go for it.
Thanks, Dale. I see
Bubba?
that bus
What-
ran right over me, huh?
Yeah, just both tires
Yeah,
back in.
both tires right over.
What do you think, Bubba? A successful OnlyFans, so that's not or unsuccessful. It means she could be just modeling her feet. Who knows? But she's starving to death.
Yeah, I'd still rather she was successful. That's
Yeah. So you go Vegas hooker?
yeah,
High end Vegas hooker?
high-end Vegas hooker. Yeah,
Fucking rights.
as long as she's successful and happy, that's all I care about.
I mean, there it is. I think that's if it's a happy, successful.
I didn't put that in. Didn't put that in there. I'm talking monetary.
Yeah.
That's it. She's
Okay.
rolling in the bucks.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Sure. I'm going that too.
Well, okay.
Okay.
This might be the most out of bounds one,
All right.
but I want to hear you guys' reasoning for it. A gay son who makes the NHL or a straight son who is a successful soccer player?
Oh my God.
Well, I'll take the gay son who plays hockey because
I don't.
at least
actually
he's playing hockey and not playing soccer.
I wouldn't care if my son was gay. Actually, that would
No.
be fine.
No?
So I'm going with the hockey player too.
So I was thinking the other way. Just because soccer players make more money. It has nothing to do with sexuality. But
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're a
no.
successful
I just-
soccer player,
I'd rather he played soccer or played hockey than soccer because I hate soccer.
so it has nothing to do with the orientation. It's about the sport.
Nothing at all, just the sport.
You're right. Players do make a lot of money. I never thought about it that way. I know so little about the game. It's hard to that didn't come right away. But you're right. Like those, if you're in the Premier League or whatever, those guys are making $100 million a year. Like it's crazy. Yeah.
You know what I like about it all? Nobody cared about the gay.
Not even a little.
And that's a point I'd like to make to everybody. Nobody cares that you're gay anymore. Nobody gives a shit.
Doesn't matter.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
We still make it a big deal, but nobody cares. I'm pretty sure, that, there's people out there that are still mean to everybody. They're going to be mean no matter who you are or what you do.
Yeah.
But like I said, I put that one in there for the simple reason, think about anything other than the sexuality. And Bubba said didn't like soccer. Didn't say didn't want to care about what my kid was doing. You went hockey to start with until I mentioned monetary value, and then you switched.
Still had nothing to do with the sexuality of the kid.
No, thank goodness. That's where we're at today. Hopefully. Hopefully.
I think we are. Yeah.
Or at least we're there. Barium's there.
I'm there.
Barium's there.
I'm there. Yeah.
Nope.
All right.
That was it for me.
All right. Dale, you had a topic you wanted to talk about?
So we play a little thought game here. So we don't really know what the teams look like yet. They're coming together. We've seen some trades and all that good stuff. But there's always the top 8, and then there's the next 8 that are your first ticket the playoff, and then there's your bottom 8. And then it's East and West. So I thought for today we could look at the West and say who are the top. Well, so we're gonna split it. So you got East West. So who are the top 4? Who's the second top 4? And then who are the absolute dogs of the West? And yeah, there's some mush in the middle. Nobody gives a shit about them. So
6 who make it and 2 wild card, right?
Yeah. So who are for the West the top teams that are going to make it next year?
So to me, this is a really good topic. And we had a little conversation before we got on the pod, and we were supposed to each tell Bubba what we're going to talk about in it. We called you. We're like, what are you going to talk about? I don't know. Didn't think about it. And then you come with a banger like this 4 minutes later.
Well, I actually thought about it before, but then I'd forgotten because you.
Oh, you forgot it.
because I'm getting old. Alzheimer's kicking in. I have these great ideas, and then they're fucking out of my brain. So there it is.
Sometimes.
My timers. All right, who's going first?
Well, I think so. Your pick, number one team for the West next year. Bubs, who is it? I don't even need to know. I know who it is.
It's
But who's
Edmonton.
your
They've still got the best two guys in the league. Have already strengthened up some extra assistance with scoring with Mangiapane and this Isaac Howard kid. Hopefully,
That's awesome.
a couple more changes down on the bottom end. Hopefully, hopefully by this time in about 2 weeks, we'll know the fate of a certain goaltender, and then we can have him on our team too.
I got to break this up. Like, I know there's other podcasts out there like Chick-Licks, but they do a disclaimer for delusional fan. I think we have to have something there every time Bubba talks about Edmonton that he's delusional as fuck. Hey, ask Ethany to make that up. Make a disclaimer. Tell her to listen to Chicklets and make a little disclaimer saying we're now dealing with a delusional Edmonton Oilers fan and everything he says does not represent what Barium thinks. Something like that.
Sure.
Thinking the Oilers are going to be number one in
the West.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah, because they made big moves. Moves. They got some fucking Hobie Baker winner award, and who's the other guy you were talking about?
Mangiapane.
Yeah, I am Mangiapane. So you got a third line fucking winger.
Second line guy. Yep.
Oh, second line, not in Edmonton. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be third. Maybe move up and down.
Yep.
But good lord, to go now to first to be a better team.
I'll tell you what, the biggest reason they weren't first this year just ended up with injuries at the wrong time.
Yeah, no, I get it. Winnipeg was stronger in the regular season.
Winnipeg is Winnipeg, and Winnipeg's taken a step back this year because they just lost a big chunk of scoring. And they're filling it with, what did they fill it with? Fuck all. Absolutely nothing.
Okay, so take Winnipeg out of the equation. Yep. I'm going to go with the Las Vegas Golden Knights. They got the premier regular season honk with Mitch Marner. And they're already a strong team. Now they're going to get another 100 to probably 80 to 100 points with Mitch Marner because now he's got to fit in with a new team and figure out where his role. So it's going to take a little bit. But he's still going to get 80 points, which is going to mean, at least another goal a game, which is, 4 to 15 wins during the year. And I think they finish first. Dale, who do you think finishes first?
And the delusional part in your thinking there is the fact that you've not made any mention of the fact that they lose Pietrangelo for the entire season.
So hard. It's crippling.
It's their best defenseman. Crippling. They're absolutely number one defenseman.
Yeah, I think defense is one of the things you can do by committee. Forwards, defenseman, and goal. You don't have to make up points. You just have to,
if you give it
they ain't gonna go. They ain't gonna go for 2.88 goals against 3.99. But what they might do is go from 3.25 goals for, and you got to put another 30 on there. My math might be wrong. 2.34. They may go to like 2.5 or 3.55. That's my call.
Well, we'll see how it happens at the end of the season.
Dale, who do you got?
So, I'm gonna go Dallas.
You're going to Dallas?
Going Dallas. I think Dallas is a strong team, and I think that they could win it. They could win the conference. They could be the best in the West.
I don't know. I
don't see it.
I would put Colorado ahead of them. I'd put Winnipeg ahead of them. I'd put Edmonton and Vegas obviously ahead of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but no, that's a good call.
They're going to be. That's for sure, and I think they can do it.
All right, Bubba. So we got our first out of the way. Let's go to the next 7. Who do you think?
Okay. This is where I think Vegas sits, just right behind Edmonton.
Yeah.
And I do. I genuinely think they're the second best team in the West.
Yeah.
And
So you got
then Colorado,
third.
third. I think we're going to see a team surprise us like Minnesota is going to sneak up into that. I don't know that they're going to get fifth or fourth or fifth, but they'll be in there close to that, I think.
You got Minnesota fourth.
Yeah. And then I think you got, I don't know. Dallas is in the mix. There's no question.
Absolutely, Dallas made the playoffs. So you got 5.
And then Winnipeg, who I do think are going to take a big step back just due to scoring.
Yeah. So that's 6. You got now your wild card. Who's running the walk? It's a tough one.
I think it's going to be. It is tough because there's teams that are sitting right on that cusp. Like, you look at Utah, St. Louis, Calgary. Yeah. Those are all 3 teams that could sit right there. Not to mention LA.
Yep.
Not to mention LA. And Seattle could have made some changes. They could be stronger next year. I don't really think so, but they're a team that's got some young guys and could really, really shake things up if all of a sudden things started to go their way.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's probably going to be LA because they managed to sneak in. And I think Utah is going to make the playoffs.
Going Utah. That's stellar.
Yeah.
They made great moves in the offseason, and they got a young core.
Yeah. I think they're a good team with decent goaltending. And yeah, just like I said, looking to improve.
The West is tough. It's pretty competitive.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm gonna go with Vegas 1. I'm gonna go Winnipeg 2. I'm gonna go Colorado 3. I'm gonna go Edmonton 4. I'm gonna go Dallas 5, and I'm gonna go Minnesota 6. And the 2 wild card bastards that just decide to show up, LA's got to be in there. And I like Utah, and I'm hoping Calgary finishes like 3rd worst in the league. But I think they're still going to have a team that's going to battle, doing what they did. And I think next year they jump in, Calgary, in the 8th spot.
All right.
Okay.
What do you think of those? Was it too fast or?
Nope. I think I don't think there's anything out of there that is completely out of line or anything. I mean, there's a chance Calgary does slip in. I mean, they got a goalie that gives them a chance to win every night. So, they still. It's hard to say they're going to struggle scoring. They're only going to struggle scoring if injuries come into play. Really.
It's any team though, too, right?
Yeah, and I mean the thing is,
especially if you don't have honks.
They don't have honks at all. So I mean,
no,
you're hoping that Connor Zary stays healthy and scores. You're hoping that Huberdeau puts in his numbers. You're hoping that Kadri doesn't take a step back. You're hoping that the kid from the States with a good shot there, that he has another good season.
I think the linchpin in it is Frost Farabee.
Absolutely.
If those 2 guys do what they can do or what they're supposed to do, that middle 6 is tough.
Yeah.
We still don't have a legit first line.
No.
Not by any stretch. But what we do have is 3 centers deep that can play the game, and potentially, it's going to be a hard team to play.
Yeah.
They have that reputation, and it's well deserved. And see what happens with Rasmus. See what happens with Perek. Maybe you got a kid who dangles the blue line, gets crazy. You got Wolf, like you said. So I hope they don't make the playoffs, but I hope they don't just do what they did last year, just
barely miss.
Be out. Right on, like a CH, right?
Yeah.
Don't need that. Either fail miserably or get in there.
Yeah, no, I think that's the issue though, is they're likely going to end up right on the cusp one way or the other, whether they make it or they don't. You know,
Agree.
and it's a hard spot to be if you're hoping for a good draft pick out of it.
Well, look at the draft next year. Who's coming in?
Yeah, lots.
Right? I think I didn't honestly think Bedard was a generational kid.
No.
I think he's going to be Patrick Kane's going to get a whole bunch of points, score a whole bunch of nice goals. But until you put him with somebody or in a team that, can use that properly, he's just going to, I think it's like
He's
a
wasting
really
in
nice,
Chicago.
yeah, it's like a really nice fucking piece of fruit on a tree that's dying on one side.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. It's a waste.
It is a waste. Dale, what do you think?
So I already said Dallas.
Yeah.
As one. I think Edmonton is 2. Colorado is I think between me it's Colorado and Golden Knights. I think probably Golden Knights then Colorado in my mind. Then I think the Kings, and then the Jets, and then at the end here, in a cool way, it would be cool if the Flames and the Canucks got in. I think that would be cool because I think they're all bounced around there. But that's my thinking.
It's no effing way Vancouver's getting in the playoffs next year.
Just stop it.
Stop what? You on the okay?
Just stop it.
Now we got to make 2 disclaimers.
No, I know that Utah's going to
We
make
need
the Canucks aren't. Okay, I know that, but I'm going to say delusional fan. The Canucks make the playoffs, last slot in.
That's what I'm saying. We have to make that disclosure that once you talk, because you're not speaking for the rest of us. It's too crazy. Like we can talk about gay soccer players, but you talking about that's like right out of bounds.
Right.
Out of bounds.
They got Besser, Kane, and Hughes.
I would say San Jose has a better chance. I would say Utah has a better chance. I would say even the Kraken. Kraken did a great offseason. They're going to be a lot tougher last year than they were this year. St. Louis is still going to be tough. And you're talking Vancouver.
Yeah.
Who's an absolute shit show. Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
New coach bum?
Yeah, it don't matter.
All right, well, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I can't not. That's it. But I also would switch out the Canucks, put in Utah. But fair enough.
Like Bubba, as delusional as you are about Edmonton, what do you think of that?
Oh, there's just no. I can't imagine how in the world Vancouver would make the playoffs next year.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, that is. Imagine the Canucks.
What's Fully saying? What's this famous saying about that kind of shit? He's like, they just punched above their weight class. Well, that was Vancouver. That was a healthy Demko that saved their ass on lots of games. He's not currently healthy. Word is he's got bad hips and he's in trouble. Maybe he's going to be healed. Maybe he'll be okay. But they just re-signed him, so
for a lot.
Yep. And if he's not healthy, that's a bad scenario.
Even if he is healthy, what do they got other than Hughes?
Nothing. Petey doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't seem to want to play hockey. He doesn't. He just doesn't show anything as far as drive and gumption.
Maybe that changes. Maybe he gets like some Tony Robbins over the off season.
6'6" big teeth, Tony Robbins.
Hey,
you know what the cure is, and I do believe this. The way when they open up training camp and they cut the first round and they get into X's, and then they're like, okay, this is pretty much our squad minus 3 or 4 guys. Who should we bring in? Tony Robbins. He's gonna get Vancouver over the hump. I like it. Nah, you're delusional. It's they're gonna hurt for a while. They just are. They're not the same team that they were when they won the West.
No, they're not. And no
it's
JT
like
Miller.
Calgary won the West, and all of a sudden you lose Goudreau, you lose Kachuk, you threw away Bennett, you threw him in the trash, and some other team picked him up, and they found a gold nugget. That's Calgary. So at least I'm not delusional in knowing that Calgary absolutely effed up for a couple good. The Tree Living years was an absolute disgusting mess. Sutter and Tree Living, they had an actual team, but didn't put the pieces around them to make, a winner. Because they had the pieces. They had, Elias, Lindholm. They had I think they had, 4 or 5 30-goal guys that year? 3 or 4 or 5?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. But, they tied the Islanders or whatever it was for regular season for some stupid record like that. But the bad part is he had a goaltender who was a whiffer.
Yes.
If they would have had a goaltender, New Jersey's going to figure that out quick enough. Vancouver figured it out. They did the snake oil salesman shit to Calgary and moved Markstrom to Calgary. Guys, well, there's a reason why, I don't know why Jake Allen took such a fucking hometown discount or whatever he did for that team in New Jersey. He could have, in my opinion, went anywhere and made a ton of money. He played almost the same amount of games as fucking Markstrom last year and held New Jersey in a playoff spot.
Yeah. He did. I mean, he could have commanded $4 or $5 million easy to play somewhere.
Yeah, and he took, I think he's looking for security or whatever.
Took 1.5 over 4 years, I think.
Yeah. Nuts to me. He's not a Pickard where you're just holding the strings together as tight as you can. He's an actual goaltender. Help you win games.
He's been a starter all over the place.
Where he was St. Louis,
Montreal, and now New Jersey. And he's been good everywhere he's been.
It's crazy.
Is he an absolute elite starter? No. Is he a good starter, though? Yes. Like you said, held that team together.
Does he win games?
Oof, he does, and Markstrom doesn't, so.
Well, Markstrom does when the chips aren't down. Chips aren't down. When the chips are down,
he shrivels.
He's worse than he's worse than a Hellebuck. Like way worse.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's our top 8. Who's the bottom 8?
I thought we were just going to bottom 4.
Or do bottom 3. Let's just do bottom 3.
Okay.
Who's going to need a race for McKenna next year?
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Because we go 8, we're all over the place with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, who's the bottom 3?
Who's going to get McKenna? That's the key.
Well, we're only talking about the West this time, so.
Yeah, from the West, who's going to get McKenna?
I look at this, and the team that I think is the most likely to do it is Vancouver.
That'd be great.
San Jose's a better team. Seattle's a better team. Anaheim's a better team. I'm looking. Nashville isn't a better team, but they should be.
You think Chicago's a better team?
Chicago's god awful, but so's Vancouver. If it wasn't for Hughes, they'd have nothing.
Does Chicago get Bedard and McKenna?
Oh God, no!
Look out! They're going to be the new Oilers who get 5 or 4 number 1 picks and can't do nothing with it. Just jerk it off to the side.
They've already been in that position where they got a bunch of first-round picks.
Yeah, 4 to 5 fucking years.
Yeah.
They should have 5 Stanley Cups by now.
No, we're talking about Chicago.
No, I'm talking about the Oilers having 4 to 5 fucking...
Chicago did it first, though. Had a bunch of high first-round picks.
When?
Taves and Kane.
Oh, and they won 2 or 3 Stanley Cups, did they not?
But
they won a cup there for a while. They were doing real well.
What?
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the worst team. The worst teams. The worst teams. Chicago's the worst, but I just don't think they're going to end up getting lucky enough to get the pick. I think Vancouver. I think it's going to go Chicago dead last, Vancouver second to last, and Nashville third last in the West.
Good. Pretty good prediction. I'm going Wolf gets hurt in game 8, and he's long-term injury. And without Wolf, Calgary goes to the second worst team other than Chicago, because I'm on your wavelength of Chicago being the worst. And then I'm going to go with Vancouver as the third worst.
Yeah. The problem in Calgary, though, is even if Wolf gets hurt,
right?
Don't they have that other kid behind him?
What the hell is he? Get out of, well, they just brought that Prospitsov or whatever from Russia, which not.
Yeah, but don't they have that young kid that
Cooley?
That's the kid.
Yeah, San Jose kid. So he could be another Kippersoft. Comes from San Jose.
Yeah,
you know, and he kicked it at the start of the year in the A, and he was like pop, and then the last half he kind of fizzled out a little bit. So who knows? I think he's like 25, so he's not actually a kid.
He's somewhere.
But
I still think
in the reality of goalies, though, he's a kid.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest. Lots of goalies don't even.
But I still think no Wolf. Calgary will still be. I don't know if they'll be bottom 3, but they'll be bottom 5 for sure.
Yeah,
which gives you an opportunity at the lottery. So that's what I'm saying. Dale, who do you think is your bottom?
My bottom.
Hey, Dale, who's your power bottom?
Who's my power bottom? I got the Blackhawks are the bottom.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot that they could be on the bottom just depending on how it goes.
Well, obviously, we're not doing this mid-season prediction. We're doing it right now.
I know. So, I think the Ducks and
Shame.
That's probably Vancouver. God damn it!
How can you say Vancouver's going to be in the lottery and you're telling me they're making the playoffs? Where's your head at?
My head is actually it's Calgary because.
Okay, well that's right. Then Calgary. Say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. But it's honestly the two of them. They bouncing around, which is what happened this year too. Anyway.
Okay, well let's make a friendly wager.
All right.
Who finishes higher in the standings, Calgary or Vancouver?
Calgary.
Obviously, you're picking Vancouver. I'm picking Calgary. But what are we going to bet? Something that's, obviously monetary shit. Don't care about that. I want something that's humiliating to both.
Humiliating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I want to think about it. I'm not going to be able to come up with it right this second. I want to think about it. And I think that's a fair bet. But I think Bub's got to be in a bet too.
For what?
I don't know. I have to think about it.
His team's going to finish second, third, or fourth.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he's delusional thinking first. He's an absolute moron. That's Bubba. What do you do? His hockey IQ some days is like genius level. Other days it's like holy fuck.
It's just like this shirt, Foley.
He
Conference champions.
He can't put a fucking square peg in a round hole. And he'll sit there and try all day long. This ain't going in. Why is this not going in?
Okay. All right. Let me think about it. But that's a bet that I will take up. I'm not sure what the wager.
But we'll figure that out. For the next pod, we'll have that ready.
Okay.
So next pod, I leave to go to Olds on Thursday, so I'm good Wednesday.
Okay. I'm good Wednesday.
I am good Wednesday next week as well.
Fuck, aren't the people listening lucky that we're all ready to go?
All ready to go. And we already have something on the go. There we go.
Something to talk about even next week. Yes.
Well, it's going to be hard for us because, the cast is about hockey.
Yeah.
That does make it hard when they're not playing games.
Well,
And there's no hockey.
and on
there's
top of
not-
that, the free agency's been so quiet. Like,
It
Slow.
wasn't very exciting.
Trade slow.
it's all been like
All
it's just
slow.
been
Hockey's been slow.
yeah.
Slow. There's a bit of something last week. Nothing there.
Well, Ellers went to Carolina, but they got another really fast small forward who hasn't done well in playoffs. So I don't know. Maybe he does well there. I don't know.
Never know.
What do you think, Bobs?
He scores.
How are we
Not
doing?
playoffs.
Not in the playoffs he didn't, but their whole team was shitty in the playoffs. So
So that's what you bring in as another guy who doesn't play.
hey, I'm just saying. I mean, he can't do it all himself either. So he's not.
No, but the
He's
guys
not
beside
a
him.
Draisaitl guy who even those guys can't always do it by themselves. So
No, and that's what. God bless McJesus. But how well did he do in the away barn for the last 2 Stanley Cup playoffs? Everybody
you
wants
bring
to
this
give
up
shit
all the
from-
time, and that's all you can bring up. Like,
What do you
come
mean?
up with
I can
something
bring it up.
original, fully.
But it's
No.
not. You don't need to bring
I
up
even said that
original
they
when
couldn't
it's
do it
right
all
in
the
your
time.
face.
I'm the one that said the comment in the first place. Even those guys can't do it all the time. So
How about just do it
let's
one
move
time?
on and stay on track here,
How about
and
one
not
time?
talk about McDavid right now
Why do you get so upset?
because it's
something
ridiculous.
that- it's not ridiculous.
You keep
It's a
beating
fact.
the dead horse.
It's
It's
not a
already
dead
happened
horse.
and done. We're moving on. Now
So what's he
we'll
gonna
move
do
on.
next year? So do you think he's gonna get many more points
He's
against
going to be
Florida
hoisting the
next
Stanley
year?
Cup at the end of the series because Florida's not even going to make the finals.
Whoa,
Dale, can you please get your daughter on the disclaimers?
Yeah,
Just get him on the
Hey.
disclaimers because this is
not
who
that they won't
who's
be in the
that rap?
playoffs,
Who is that?
but
Who
they're
is
not
that
gonna make the
rapper?
finals.
Ludacris.
Ludicrous.
Ludicrous. So a team that's won the Stanley Cup 2 years in a row that's barely made any real changes. You don't think they're going to get back there?
No, I
They
think somebody's
added.
going to finally take them out in the
Who?
playoffs. I'm not sure.
Who and how? No, well, I like your thoughts, but they have no merit unless you tell me who and how.
Well, they barely skinned past Toronto, and Toronto's a shit team.
Yeah, I agree. And did you think Toronto got better or worse this year?
They got worse, but
Yeah,
the season hasn't started yet either. So,
No,
but I think there's going to
exactly.
be another team that does take them out.
Which one?
I don't know. Maybe Ottawa.
No.
Ottawa.
Again,
Said
we need
nobody
the
ever-
we need the disclaimer.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Where's the disclaimer?
I think you got a team
Ottawa's
that's getting
beating
better.
Florida. Ottawa's beating
Beating
Florida.
heart of success for the Oilers rests on whether or not the Senators can take out the Florida Panthers.
Like I said, we need a disclaimer.
Hey,
Ottawa's beating Florida next year. We got to have that.
there's lots of teams that can do it. I just pick one out.
Oh,
of
I'm
random.
sure. I'm pretty sure there's lots of teams that can do it. They just can't.
Well, like I said, Toronto just about did it.
Yeah,
You know,
and they got worse, like I just said.
the Lightning could be the team that does it. The
4 games to 1. No, I don't think they're close. I don't. Did the Tampa Bay Lightning get exponentially better?
no,
The fucking Florida
Montreal.
Panthers have walked through the Stanley Cup, other than Toronto, which was a tough one. I agree. Who they have got not better at all. You lose a 100-point guy who maybe doesn't do his shit in the playoffs, but still a 100-point guy. You lose him, and that's a hard number of minutes and points to replace. And the heavyweight champion of this league is not changing.
hey, say what you want. I don't think they're going to make the finals.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just spitting facts.
I know.
I'm not coming in with the Ottawa's going to beat them.
Hey, I just
Or
picked
maybe.
a team that might beat them.
Yeah, we'll throw all the rest of the teams out there.
Team
It makes
team
sense.
that was 1 point behind them last year in the regular season.
And regular season means shit to that group. If they get in the wild card spot because they're not really, performing their best all regular season. They get in the wild card spot, and all of a sudden these fucking monsters of the playoffs come in and play. It doesn't matter if you got home ice or not. They play a game that wins, playoff style hockey. And the recipe hasn't changed. So I don't know how you beat that. I'm just throwing it out there. I get it. You're a diehard Oilers fan. You think the third time is going to be the charm? If they can get there, I think Vegas is going to be better than them. I think even the Shard Winnipeg Jets is going to be better than them. Colorado's going to be better than them. But you have the dynamic duo, so you can't count them out. But we'll see.
All right. What do you think? How are we doing on time?
I think we're there.
We can wrap it up at any time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're there.
We'll just leave Bubba stewing. We'll just leave Bubba stewing.
No, I'm not stewing.
You're stewing.
I just don't believe they're going to make it again. 3 years in a row is a lot to do.
But,
to make it 4 is really tough.
But you think Edmonton's going to make it? Do you think that team will make it?
Based on the fact that they've got the 2 best players in the league, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, but like you said, how hard it is to get there 3 times in a row, right? They've already been there 3 times in a row. They lost the first one. They won the next 2. And they haven't changed the recipe from a dominant team that fucking licked the Oilers without even worrying about it.
But they've gotten older and slower.
Yeah, they're terrible.
I
agree with you now.
They lost
older
Schmidt on defense, who at least was a fast skater, and they filled that hole with 37-year-old slug Jeff Petrie.
Look,
that guy hasn't been a relevant hockey player in 5 years.
It doesn't matter. It's $1 million hockey player. By mid-season, if they don't like Petrie, $1 million. That's all fucking Schmidt made. They can move anybody in there and live in that fucking climate. With that hockey team.
Where are they sitting for? Where are they sitting on the whole salary cap right now?
I think they're not actually that bad.
No,
they're $2.5 million over it.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
They'll like.
They've got they've still got to dice at least one player in this bunch. Take your pick.
No,
be somebody who is important. Evan Rodriguez.
No, they'll dice a 2-way contract. They'll dice.
There's no 2-way contracts to dice. You better look at the roster, man. If you've got to get rid of $2.5 million, you're looking at a guy like Rodriguez, and he's the number 1 hit list on the hit list.
Oh, that's what.
I think you better have a serious look at it. I'm not trying to be ass here. I'm genuinely.
I did look at it, but Rodriguez ain't going to make the huge difference for them winning the cup or not. That's a guy you can plug and play. I get it. He is, one of those guys that can move up and down the line, which is great. That's what I like to talk about now. He's a guy that can add those little moments, but there's lots of guys in the league who can do the same thing. It just is. It's not a cornerstone for that team. What it is a piece that you have to be able to lose and bring in. And there's been nobody better than understanding.
And Florida's been good at that. I'm not going to say that they haven't been, because they have. But you can only continue to do it so long.
No, not when you got a core like they got. When you got 3 centermen, right? Name any other team that has 3 centermen that can play with them. Name 3 right wingers that can play them. Put a defense together. Put a goaltender together. They are what they are. They've won for 2 years in a row for a reason. They won this year, other than Toronto, which was I thought this is the best team they've had in fucking decades, and they beat them. That's why I said Edmonton wasn't the second best team. They didn't fucking even worry about it. Toronto was hard. Toronto gets worse. Florida stays the same. So logic says that you'll be all right. And then whoever comes out of the West, and I hope the West builds a little stronger, tougher, make sure that they got guys down the middle that can play the right way. Not just 1, not 2. You got to find that third one. That's going to be hard as hell. Every team's looking for a great number 2. Florida's already beat that. They got a great number 2, and then they also got a great number 3 down the center of the ice. There's no other teams that can even boast that. So to think that they won't come back and still be the fucking team to beat, to me, like I said, we need something disclaimer that talks about this.
I just don't think they're going to do it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's good. I don't think that roses next year are going to come up May 38th or May 28th. I think they're going to come up June 4th because I have no idea about when they bloom.
Just talking out your ass as usual. So
Am I though? Am I talking
yeah,
out my
you
ass?
are.
I'm making no sense. What you're saying? I'm making
Who's the
no
last?
sense.
When does a team even get to it 3 times in a row? They've done it. Before them, it's been ages.
Yeah.
How are they going to get and win the third one in a row? They're not going to. They're not going to make the finals. It's just not going to happen.
We will agree to disagree on that.
I don't know. I think we need to talk about the East next week.
Yeah, and that's the East of the Beast.
East of the Beast. Yeah.
That they are. Like, used to be the West was a tough place to come out of playing hard ass hockey. There was watching the playoffs this year, the East beat the shit out of each other. The West did nothing. Vegas did nothing. Dallas did nothing. You know, the hard series that the Oilers came out with was against the Kings, and they fucking shat in their own fucking living room and just looked at it. So I don't think the West is that tough, unless, you know, if Colorado would beat Dallas, I thought they would have been a lot tougher. But the East, you know, that's where the hard hockey's played right now. And put a disclaimer on that.
I can.
East.
All that's going to happen is somebody gets hurt. I mean, that's the simple part.
Well, fucking injuries are injuries. McDavid gets hurt. Where's the team? Draisaitl will get hurt. Where's the team? You can't bank on injuries. You got to bank on what they have and think, you know, logically who should be there and who shouldn't be.
I just don't think they're going to make it again. I just don't. That's all. I think there's going to be a team in the East that comes out strong and comes out fucking fired right up, ready to roll.
It's Ottawa.
No, it doesn't have to be them. They were one team that I think's got a chance. Because they played the shit out of Toronto too.
Yeah, they sure did. Young bunch of kids.
Yep.
I don't know if they've done anything that's been that great to bolster their team.
I don't know that they had to. The years worth of experience is a big difference with a young group like that.
Yeah, I get that, but they're just.
It's true.
You got to have 3 lines. You need 4 killer defensemen, and you need a goaltender. So which team has that? Only one I can think of in the NHL right, and that's Florida.
Yeah,
and obviously, if it's a recipe to win, they figured it out.
Well, at least twice in a row, anyway.
And they were to the Cup Finals the year before that. So 3 years in a row, they've been to the Cup Final. They'll be there probably again the 4th, and they will probably win. And the next year is going to be I think it'll be a tougher one. But I think they get at least 2 out of the next 3. I hope they do it this year and then do it next year again. Then we got our first real dynasty since the Islanders. And then before that, the Canadians. And I think this team, the way they play, I would like to celebrate that.
I just don't think they can do it. I just don't. And I mean, it's going
to be hard.
It comes down to, even if they were able to do it this year, even if.
Yep.
The players that they're going to lose for the year after, because they can't afford to keep them.
There's nobody. They got their core locked in for the next fucking 4 years, man. They got that core locked in for the next 4 years. So it's going to be replaceable players. Do they make the right moves? And that's a team so far has done nothing but make the right moves at trade deadlines, picking up fucking guys off waivers that other teams have decided they're done with. Florida's picked these guys up. So their staff, the Detroit Red Wings of the 90s, understand what it takes to make a winner.
You want to talk about their defense?
They do it.
Mikula next year is UFA.
Oh, yeah, again, like I said.
Not a guy that's easy to replace.
So they got 1.
Well, that's a big deal. Even
one. It's just 1 on your team. They aren't restructuring their team. They ain't fucking taking away the identity of. All they're gonna do is, which good teams do. They might have a kid who's coming up that can, stay in his place, or they pick up, like I said, some $1.5 million defenseman who's been underappreciated on a losing team, and that scouting group understands it, and they bring him in.
Mm-hmm. And Bobrovsky.
And they're the best.
A UFA next year.
Yeah, and where do you think he's gonna go?
He's not going anywhere, but he's 37
Nowhere.
to start the season, and it'll be 38 to start the next one.
Put him in for 45 games. He ain't getting worse. He's only getting better so far. It's not like he's getting worse. So for the next 2 years, I don't think his game is going to deteriorate in such a manner that he doesn't give him a chance to win. I think the way he plays, the way he preps for games, everything you hear about him, he's a nut. So until he decides he doesn't want to play, he's going to be an elite goalie.
Yeah, well,
and that's all you need. You need an elite goalie. You don't need the best goalie. You need an elite to win the cup. I think the Oilers have figured that out. They haven't had an elite goalie.
No, they haven't.
Right? Where Bobrovsky in 2 years is still going to be an elite goalie.
Maybe.
Come playoff time.
Maybe.
Yeah? Well, like I said, we agree to disagree.
Age is age, and it catches everybody sometime.
Absolutely.
And once you're over the 35 mark in the NHL, and it doesn't matter whether it's a goalie or a forward. I mean, goalies last a little bit longer. It's just a matter of time before Father Time catches you. And you slow down just a little bit. And that's all you got to do. That's the only difference between being an elite goaltender and being a backup. Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I have a different view on it, but it is.
All right.
I think we beat this up enough.
Yeah,
I think everybody listening that knows hockey would think Bubba's an absolute nutcase. And I'm not a guru of the game. At least I throw it out there in a manner that's
Jesus
not
How
crazy.
about you just eat some little humble pie and shut the fuck up?
I'll eat some humble pie.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, this has been episode 20 of Barium Podcast.
Woohoo.
Thanks everybody for listening. You can catch us on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon Music. And really appreciate you all for listening.